Big salute to all of my veterans out here, man. You see it? Big salute to all of my veterans out here, man. Like I tell you guys, I can't go a video without showing my appreciation, man. Big salute to all of my subscribers, man. Everyone who follow me on Instagram. I appreciate each and every one of you out here. Hey, real quick, I was talking to a lady on a mentorship call. And pretty much when I was talking to her, she owns a trucking company, and right now she's operating one box truck. It's like a 24-foot box truck that she's operating right now. She's going to be an owner operator too. You know, she's out of North Carolina, and me and her was having a pretty good conversation. You know, she reached out to me because she wanted to see how can she acquire some direct shippers basically for a box truck, because she has not been successful lately booking loads off the load board. Like I told you guys, if you have box trucks, it's going to be very hard. It's going to be a challenge trying to keep, you know, that box truck rolling if you guys are just going to book loads off the load board. So she wanted to basically get some advice on how can she acquire some direct freight, you know, from these shippers out here. So while we were having this conversation about how she can acquire these direct shippers, I always like to tell my mentees, you know, I like to basically give them information outside of the questions that they basically came to me for. I'm going to answer their questions, you know, for them, but also I'm going to give them more advice. So anyway, the advice that I was giving her was basically, she already has an authority. That authority is 8 months old right now, right? I told her, think about it like this. The greatest asset that you have right now is your authority. It's not really your truck. See, a lot of people think because we start trucking companies that the greatest asset is our trucks, because we hear that phrase, you know, your truck is an asset. Basically, people say that because your truck should be making you money, but there are trucking companies out here that their trucks are costing them money, right? So I told her I never really thought about it in this way, but that's why I don't like to run personal trucks anymore. I would rather lease on owner operators to my trucking company, right? Because your truck is not really an asset. Your truck could turn into a liability. Your biggest asset is your authority. Because check this out, right? What if right now you guys have a trucking authority and maybe something might go wrong with your truck, and it might be in the shop for the next 2 weeks or maybe for the next month? How are you guys going to make money? You're going to be losing money. But if you guys know how to hustle, you could get out here and acquire owner operators to come and lease onto your authority. So now we're talking about a whole new ball game. We're talking about decreasing your overhead and increasing your profit. So I told her, basically, look at it like this. Your authority is your greatest asset. So I told her to start leasing on owner operators to her authority. So anyway, she was like, you know what, Manny? I wasn't thinking about that. I wasn't really thinking about leasing on owner operators to my authority, right? So anyway, when she told me that, that leasing on owner operators never crossed her mind, but she has an authority. And her authority is 8 months old too. And that's pretty good, you know, for an authority. Because a lot of the freight brokers out here will reject you if your authority is less than 90 days. But after 90 days, it should be pretty simple to book loads. But she's struggling to book loads because the load board don't produce a bunch of loads for box trucks. So that's why she has to go out and find direct shippers. But now I put something else on her mind, that her authority is her greatest asset, not that box truck. You know, so now she's pumped up, you know, she's about to start marketing and advertising her basically business now so she could start leasing on owner operators. I told her the first owner operator that she leased on, she's probably going to replace her net pay on what she's making now running her box truck. And she agreed too. Because how much money can it be in running trucks when 50% of it is just going to overhead, you know? But when you're leasing on these owner operators out here, it's all cash coming in, you know? So that's one way you guys can capitalize off of your authority, you know, and pretty much start treating your authority as your greatest asset out here, right? Another way you guys can pretty much use this authority and make it an asset, look at it right now as an investment, right? So think about it like this. Man, there's people out here paying and buying authorities off of other people that have authorities that have been around for years, and that is still in good standings right now too. People are buying these authorities because they would rather go buy an authority, and let's just say that authority is 2 or 3 years old right now. People will give you thousands of dollars right now to basically buy that authority, just as long as it's in good, I'm talking about excellent standings too, right? You know, they're going to take that authority, and then basically they didn't jump into the trucking business already with a 3-year-old authority. It's like what they say about corporations, you know, people on YouTube people on YouTube are telling you guys to go out and buy age corporations, right? Because it already has that history. It's the same thing as basically that authority. So just imagine if you own that authority for the next 2 to 3 years, use it as an investment, then someone wants to come and give you thousands of dollars, basically just to buy your business off of you. And that's the whole point about business. It's about growing the business so someone else out here will want to buy it off of you. You should grow your business big enough so that you could sell it. Because if you were able to grow your business that big, that means that you could go and do it again, right? So real quick video, man, your authority is your greatest asset out here. So like the title say, don't fuck it up. 2, right? Make sure that you guys have some type of standard operating procedures in your business. Make sure that you guys are passing these DOT inspections. If you're going to be leasing on owner operators or hiring drivers as a company driver, make sure that you're getting the most qualified drivers out here too. Make sure if you're leasing on owner operators, make sure that they are exceeding your standards and your requirements before you lease them on, to minimize the risk of them failing DOT inspections and having accidents under this authority, you know, because the biggest risk in leasing on owner operators is basically letting these owner operators run under your authority and they're getting put out of service, or they're, you know, accidents or whatever it is, because all of that is going to fall, you know, on you. So there's going to always be risk involved in any business, you know. What's the risk versus the reward? That's what it's about. Hey, so if you guys have any questions, hit me on my text message, 317-953-8943. Go visit my website, www.extraordinarymovement.com. Go get your 30-day free trial with DAT. Go sign up with TAFS, Trans-Am Financial Services, if you guys are looking for a factoring service. Also, if you guys are freight brokers looking for a factoring service, go sign up with Axle Payments. Everything in the description box below. And like I say, man, my mentee hit me up just so she could figure out how she could start acquiring some of those direct shippers out here. So basically, I gave her the game on that. And also, I gave her $1 million worth of extra game. CEO, commit, execute, and be obsessed. Everybody be great out there.